Welcome to the NBA here on 2K Sports, a special Martin Luther King Day edition. This is Kevin Harlan, joined at the broadcast table by Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And as always, we'll hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. Here's what the Hawks have lined up on their schedule. On Wednesday, they'll go back home and they'll be hosting the Detroit Pistons. And then on Thursday, they'll host the Toronto Raptors.
And for that game against the Timberwolves, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Evan Mobley is out there with Williams. Then it's Zach LaVine. Then there's Kispert. And it's Holiday in at the one spot. And for New York, we've got Alex Caruso. Gobert is out there with Brook Lopez. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's KD in at the small forward. And it's the Knicks to start us off. And we are honored, truly honored, to be here on Martin Luther King Day, a special day, Greg, on the NBA calendar.
It is. Traditionally, the games in Memphis and Atlanta, a chance to reflect and celebrate Dr. King. It's one of the best days of the season by far.
Caruso sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
Yeah, right there, Caruso really got his legs into that.
Holiday surveying the floor. Launches it. Goes back up. And Lopez pulls it down. And here are the Knicks. It's a three-point game. Caruso, the pass to Lopez. Now here's DiVincenzo to the inside. Shot from the low block. Gobert, no good. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Well, earlier I spoke with Tom Thibodeau. Now, we talked about Jrue Holiday and how he plans to stop him from being a factor out there. Coach said it won't be easy. He told me Holiday is a gifted two-way guy, but I think we can trip him up by staying on him on all times, by staying aggressive. So that direct approach is what they hope throws Holiday off his game. Guys?
Thank you, David. Durant kicks to Gobert. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Caruso, no good.
Well, that is stifling coverage on the perimeter. That's how you stop a good shooter in his tracks. Well, it took him 4 attempts, but they've taken the lid off the basket. Maybe that'll get some momentum going.
And slam dunk by Gobert.
Yeah, Gobert making good on the threat of his height and length. Just hammering it down.
LaVine against DiVincenzo. Kispert setting the pick for LaVine. A kick out to Mobley. Shot clock at 6. Holiday against Caruso. Holiday gets the bucket. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Lopez outside. Now here's Durant. Defended by Kispert. Shot on the wing. KD's shot is good.
And with the right partner, Durant is an unstoppable force in that pick and roll. It's a very high percentage play when he's running.
And always hovering around the 50, 40, 90 mark, Kevin Durant is both prolific and, Greg, efficient.
And Kevin, you want to talk about guys in this league who make winning plays time and time again? KD is right at the top of that list.
Down low. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Look at KD throwing it down, not giving the defense any opportunity there.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. Take a look at New York. They've been in peak form as we've watched them play some tremendous basketball with an eye toward the postseason. And, of course, Atlanta, 8.5 games behind them.
And I think for the Knicks, they've been on a tremendous run this season. All the pieces were in place coming into the year, and they haven't missed a beat. Great chemistry, great coaching and potential to do some great things in the postseason.
Yeah, no one is taking them lightly. This is a team with everything you really need to make some noise in the playoffs.
And so it's Durant with it. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. Has to Gobert. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Durant for three. Atlanta with the rebound. Mobley's got his 4th rebound in this one. Outside Holiday, and he's good on the 3-ball. Holiday's got 5 now.
Well, Holiday finds ways to score inside and from beyond the arc.
Lopez outside. Back to Durant. Stolen by Kispert. Holiday dishes to Mobley. Can't cash in from close range. Knicks have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Count it, good. He has 6.
And Durant, so dangerous as a scorer. He can shoot it from deep and also beat you off the dribble there. He just stops and pops.
Now, here's Kispert. Coming off a stellar performance against Boston. Mobley, left side. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Brook Lopez.
At almost 7 feet tall, once Mobley has ideal positioning inside, he forces the defender to have to foul.
He throw good, Mobley. And both free throws good for Mobley. What a unique resume for Coach Quinn Snyder. Stan, he's coached in college. He's been overseas as a head coach. He's been in the G League. And now he is back in the NBA.
Yeah, and this guy's just a great coach. He's had teams that perform well at both ends of the floor. He's won everywhere he's been. And he's the only NBA coach I know of that's got a law degree on top of it.
So he's smart and he can coach. Oh, and by the way, he had a pretty good mentor in college, didn't he?
He certainly did.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Yeah, he's averaging 80% from the line, and he has been as steady as they come at the stripe.
The first one falls.
Such a unique player. Kevin Durant, pure shooter, incredibly skilled, all at nearly 7 feet tall.
Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Lopez. And KD drops them both.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
Mobley outside. Back to Holiday. For three, Levine. Robinson pulls it in.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Durant inside. Defended by Kispert.
Well, he has owned this quarter. A major reason they're up right now.
Caruso against Holiday. Pass to Levine. Kispert setting the pick for Levine. Offline with his three.
Well, this hasn't been his quarter so far. He's really struggling to get going.
Caruso kicks to Gobert. Right side Robinson. Gobert with a screen for Robinson. For the three. Kevin Durant can't get that one to fall. The Hawks trail by 4. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Well, you have to be aware of Gobert on the floor. He's got a few Defensive Player of the Year trophies.
Now here is Robinson after the miss from Corey Kispert. DiVincenzo against Levine. For 3, Durant. And there's the call on Evan Mobley. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
There'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
And just using that length to his full advantage. Durant draws the foul, and we know what usually happens when he steps to the line.
Durant hits them both.
And it's been a really good day for him at the minute problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. This group has players swatting away the most shots in the league this month. The shot clock leaders. Number 1, Mitchell Robinson.
And guys, as the month has unfolded, his interior defense has gotten better and better.
Outside, Levine. There's a screen by Williams. Just 5 on the clock. Levine kicks to Kispert. Off the mark, and the drought continues.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
And that one's good, Caruso.
The shots are certainly falling for him here in the early stages.
The Hawks trail by 9. Levine with it. Right now, checking his stats, he's averaging over 23 points a game. Mobley outside. Pass to Kispert. The Hawks working the ball around. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Jerome, he's checked in for Atlanta. The Knicks leading by 6. Gobert with it. Outside, Robinson. Pass to DiVincenzo. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Gobert against Mobley. And Holiday has it in the corner. The kick out to Williams. Nailed from 3-point land.
Well, another assist in the career of Holiday. We've seen him run point for a long time.
To the wing right side. Gobert against Mobley. Pass to KD. Puts up a deep 3. Rebounded by the Hawks. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
And bottom line, they found ways to score. Credit the game plan going in. It was right on the money.
Yeah, that kind of performance on the road really speaks to their preparation and mental fortitude.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, well, like a lockdown corner in football, teams just try to keep the ball away from Jrue Holiday. He says, I feel like they're not afraid of me, but like, okay, get him off the ball. To me, that's respect. I don't need other people telling me how good I am. You can see it by their actions. Kevin?
So true. He can be intimidating, David, and we thank you for that report. Here's Heel. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Mobley outside. And Mobley throws it down.
And you can see the strength right there. Mobley knows he can score through the contact.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. And the Hawks making a change here. Green's checked in. Hawks on D. They trail by 3. DiVincenzo passes to Leonard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the basket is good. And the Knicks lead by 5.
What strength from Leonard there, not allowing the defense to get the best of it.
28-23.
Here's Jerome. He had 16 points in the win against the Celtics in Boston. And Mitchell Robinson is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Corey Joseph's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. Atlanta also making some changes here. Williams, he's checked in for Mobley. And Levine subbed in for Green. Traps in the tray. Levine's got 7 points in the game.
Quick trigger there. Levine ready to shoot before the pass even reaches his hands.
You know, Stan, as productive as Zach LaVine has been, you get the sense he wants to compete for titles. He wants more than just the individual stuff.
Yeah, and especially, Kevin, at this point in his career, it just hasn't all worked for the teams he's been on yet, but he's still got some time to figure it out.
Yeah, he does. And the first one at the line is good.
Known for his incredible defense, Leonard's huge hands and timing really helped make an impact on that end.
And he makes both free throws. We've got 1:18 left here in the opening quarter. Outside, Williams lobs it up for Levine. Stolen by Thompson. And it's Joseph in the corner. Pass to Leonard. Overhealed. New York, no good that time either.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
There's 39 seconds left in the first. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Williams. Off target from outside. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for New York. They lead by 4. Victory eluded them last time in Atlanta when they faced the Hawks.
Yeah, and they got beat last time these two teams met, and really free throws were the story. Great timing on the rejection there. This young kid, Sarr, has major defensive potential.
Outside, Levine. Fires the 3. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Knicks. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And thanks for joining us again, folks. 2K Sports broadcasting here on MLK Day, bringing you the NBA. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
Well, they keep finding ways to get to the free throw line. The defense is being overly aggressive, and they're baiting them into fouls.
You also have to admire how they've challenged the defense inside, getting a lot of points in the paint.
Brook Lopez is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Corey Joseph. Then it's Robinson. And it's Thompson in at the 2-guard spot. They're the group New York will start the second with. And Levine with the slam.
Well, that's the multi-time dunk contest champ, Zach LaVine, reminding us of what he can do.
Awesome display of athleticism captured by our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And Joseph kicks to Lopez. To the paint. Thompson inside, covered by Hield. Joseph, that's good. And the Knicks lead by 4.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Leonard against Hield. Williams passes to Levine. Cranes it from beyond the arc. Levine's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been tripled.
Lopez, a screen on Heel. Fades and shoots. And it's Leonard missing. And the Hawks with possession. They trail by 1. Inside, here's Sarr. And Sarr throws it down.
How about Sarr? Just ridiculous athleticism for a 7-footer.
Joseph looking over the floor. To the middle. Here's Thompson. Thompson hammers it down.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of it.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Now here's Joseph. Robinson sets a screen for Leonard inside, and it's Robinson with the jam.
There's the unselfishness of Kawhi Leonard, keeping his teammates involved.
The Hawks trail by 3. Now Levine. He's got 12. Williams, a screen on Thompson. Outside Williams. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Well, Stan, as a former coach, I imagine it has to be hard for you to watch basketball as a fan.
Well, it is. It's very hard, almost impossible. I'm almost always watching from a coach's standpoint, an X and O standpoint. But I will say, even when I was standing on the sidelines, NBA players are so good that you have fan moments even while you're coaching.
It seems like every game we see something we've never seen before, right?
I can remember turning around to my assistants and saying, can you believe that?
Here's Jerome. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Pass to Sarr. Levine with it. Robinson with the block. Out of bounds, Hawks ball as Atlanta keeps possession. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Clock at 2 for 3. Williams. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Bull. He's checked in for New York. Atlanta also making some changes here. Williams, he's checked in for Grant Williams. And it's Holiday in for Heel. Joseph dishes the Bull. Here's Leonard. And the Knicks getting another bucket right there.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Holiday against Joseph. Now here is Holiday. He's covered closely. Over Joseph. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Holiday's got 7.
Well, Holiday is one of the strongest guards in the league. He can handle the contact.
Here's Leonard. Leonard finagling one in close.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Pass to Sarr. And here's Levine. In the corner, it's Sarr. A three-pointer, no good. The Knicks leading by 6. Now Joseph. Thompson from long range. Atlanta with the rebound.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Count it.
Showing some strength on that finish. Sarr just pushing through that contact.
The Knicks have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the second quarter. And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Rudy Gobert is checked in for New York. Kevin Durant comes in for Leonard. And a quick look now at the NBA scoring leaders. Kevin Durant, number 1.
And all you have to do is point to his name at the top of that list. Does that tell the story well enough or what? What a season.
And so here is New York. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Here's Jerome. He has yet to score. Holiday with it. Robinson picks him up. That one's in there. The Knicks lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Drew Holiday.
Well, that's just fantastic awareness inside by Holiday. I like seeing him attack down there.
Joseph finds Robinson. Robinson sets a screen for Thompson. No good on the triple. The Hawks trail by 4. Pass to Jerome. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And defensively, that's just not going to cut it.
And it's Durant with the ball. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
Yeah, and that one, their rebounding was the difference. Big disparity between the two teams.
Yeah, their guys really got after it on the glass. Sometimes that's the difference maker between a win and a loss.
Basket counts.
Just working his way inside there. Durant so good at just finding his shot all over the court.
Outside, Levine. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. 14 points for Zach LaVine. New York's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. And one of the most respected players in the NBA is Drew Holiday.
Yeah, Kevin, he's a 3-time Teammate of the Year award winner. He's also a Sportsmanship Award winner. He is a pro's pro.
Here's Holiday. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. It'll go, and the Knicks lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from Drew Holiday. Holiday's got 7 points for the quarter. Levine against Durant. Robinson. And finished off by Robinson.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Holiday, a screen on Thompson. Right wing. Saw the pass to Jerome. Clock at 6. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. So for the Knicks, Brook Lopez is checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Klay Thompson. And it's Alex Caruso in for Joseph. Evan Mobley's checked in for Atlanta. Corey Kispert comes in for Levine. Now here's Gobert. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Here's Durant. Durant going to work inside.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Holiday against Caruso. To the inside. Here's Mobley. Lopez with the block.
And we have seen Lopez really improve his shot blocking. Adept at using that length to alter shots.
Now here's Durant. He had a 33-point outing in their last game against Minnesota. Rebound by Williams. The Hawks trail by 3. Now here is Holiday. 14 points from him the last game against the Celtics in Boston.
Well, and he was also doing a great job feeding his teammates, racking up the assists. So important to team chemistry.
Here's Jerome. Gobert with the block.
And when Gobert is playing with this kind of aggression on that end, there aren't many better at defending it.
You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
And in a close game, Blocks like that are so clutch, and that could be a real difference maker here tonight.
Shot clock at 2. Jerome, no good. The Knicks leading by 3. Durant inside, guarded by Holiday. No good from Durant. Here's Kispert, and it's blocked.
A remarkable defender. Caruso also uses his deceptive vertical to his advantage to come up with blocks.
Always good to get another look at a terrific defensive play.
And that is a huge block. Given how close this game is, a stop like that was right on point.
Buddy Hield, he's checked in for Ty Jerome. Outside Holiday. Mobley outside. Kispert kicks to Holiday. Williams has a screen for Holiday. 4 on the clock. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
Well, this is shaping up to be a special night for him. Started out well and is only turning it up here in quarter 2.
Now here's Gobert. Pass to DiVincenzo. Over Hield. And he overshot that one, missing.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Mobley outside. DiVincenzo against Hield. There's a screen. Shoots the 3. Caruso grabs the miss.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Lopez, a screen on Holiday. Caruso, the pass to Durant. And that one drops for him. Durant's got 8 here in the quarter.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Now here's Kispert. Guarded by KD. And Mobley throws it down.
And went up and pulled it down. Mobley soaring.
The Knicks with the lead. Outside, KD. And here is DiVincenzo. 17 points for him last game against Minnesota.
Yeah, but it wasn't just the scoring. He had a bunch of assists, too, affecting the offense in so many ways.
Atlanta's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Kispert with it. 5 points in the game. Holiday gets the bucket.
Yeah, that's his second made 3 of the quarter. 3rd of the game so far.
Now here's Durant. Defended by Kispert. There's Lopez with the 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Lopez has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Outside Holiday. Kispert setting the pick for Holiday. Mobley finds Holiday. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Caruso looking for an opening. Outside, KD. Puts up a 3. Rebounded by the Hawks. Outside Holiday. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. It's the Knicks up by 1. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, guys, with Quinn Snyder. Coach.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the 3rd quarter of basketball following halftime.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drums, please. Taking about the shot. Oh! They're up this time. One more time. A big round of applause for the participants.
Welcome to halftime. And guys, so far the game has belonged to Kevin Durant.
He's wrecking those boys in the lane. They look worn out and defeated. That's how I used to do it.
Yeah, I knew somehow you was going to bring this back to you, but I don't disagree.
Now let's change gears and talk a little bit about all-star voting.
At times in the past, we've teased the fans for how they voted, but it's not easy, man. There's a lot of talented guys out here. I love to see who's leading so far.
Don't give them too much credit, Kitty. Some fans know what they're talking about. Most don't.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
Thanks again for joining us, and welcome back to our special Martin Luther King Day presentation of the NBA. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
And he's shown just how adept he can be at creating contact and then cashing in at the line.
Well, he's also a pretty good actor. He sells fouls really well.
And so in the game for the Hawks, Kispert is out there with Mobley. Then it's Williams. Then it's Holiday, and it's Levine in at the 2 spot. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by DiVincenzo. The Hawks trail it. Outside, Levine. Back to Holiday. Mobley outside. Back to Holiday. Just 5 to shoot. Gobert with the block. And so it looks like the Hawks will retain possession here. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. And here we can check out the story for Kevin Durant.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Now Lopez, after the missed 3 from Corey Kispert. It's Durant on the wing, defended by Kispert. 6 to shoot. New York needs to get off a shot. Offensive rebound. Gobert finds Caruso. Lopez from long range sinks the three-pointer. Lopez has got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for the Knicks. Outside Holiday from 15 feet away. And that comes off the assist by Levine. 19 points for Jrue Holiday.
Yeah, well, that's a veteran move by Holiday. Take what they give you.
DiVincenzo passes to Gobert. Right side, Kevin Durant. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. KD's got 24. And Holiday kicks to Levine. Takes it inside. Misses from close range.
Well, they know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
And we're seeing some big paydays for NBA head coaches these days, Stan. Do you miss it?
Do I miss the paychecks, Kevin? Yeah, payday was always really good in the NBA. No question about that.
What about now, though? What about now?
Well, it's gone through the roof, but look, the trade-off is the paydays are big, but there's not a great deal of job security, Kevin.
And he sinks the second.
KD, one of the most prolific scorers in the NBA. The intrigue is how he does it with his stature.
Outside, Levine. Holiday, a screen on DiVincenzo. Levine up top, defended by DiVincenzo. Levine dishes to Kispert. No good from outside.
definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Caruso finds DiVincenzo. Hands the shot with nobody near him. And the Knicks lead by 7.
Yeah, not only is Caruso unselfish, he just has a great feel for the game.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly.
And here's a look at some stats for Jrue Holiday. How his last 10 games have gone. He's right around 9 points a night, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And with the ball in his hands, he is an outstanding distributor.
Well, he is so unselfish. That's why guys love playing alongside him.
Now here is Holiday. 19 points in the game. Kispert setting the pick for Holiday. Back to Kispert. And Durant sends it back.
And how about the reach of Durant? A terrific job of having that on display defensively.
And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving up this lead.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Caruso against Holiday. Outside, KD. Five to shoot. No good on that one. The Hawks trail by 7. Here's Levine, and Levine throws it down. And we may have an injury here that does not look good.
Well, I mean, you really feel for him. I mean, and the entire team. Just, you got to hope for the best.
Yeah, this can bring a team together. Guys can step up and try to pick up the slack for an injured teammate.
The Knicks making a switch here. Thompson's checked in. New York moving it around. Lopez finds Thompson. Over Levine. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
A true shooter, Thompson can adjust his touch perfectly for that mid-range.
Levine, the bounce pass. DiVincenzo against Holiday. There's Levine. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. DiVincenzo passes to Lopez. With the shot, DiVincenzo gets the bucket. DiVincenzo's got the lead up to 9 now for New York.
Yeah, nice read by Gobert. When he's providing an assist, that is a big bonus.
You know, when Rudy Gobert is down low, it strikes fear into the opponent. This is a guy who has led the league in blocks and rebounds at different times. Inside the paint, he is just a nightmare to battle against.
Well, look, Levine is such a gifted scorer that it opens up so much for him out of pick and roll action.
Lopez over Kispert. Lopez, no luck. And so it's Holiday with it. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. 7-point differential. Mobley. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got 3 assists in the game.
Sometimes basketball is a simple game. Get that ball to Evan Mobley inside, and good things will happen.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Jerome, he's checked in for Atlanta. Here is the list of players with the most boards in the league this month. The NBA's leading rebounders. 5th, Evan Mobley.
He must be spending a lot of time in the weight room because he's shown such strength under the basket.
DiVincenzo against Holiday. DiVincenzo passes to Lopez. Now here's Caruso. Guarded by Levine. Just 4 to shoot. Good! Thompson makes it look so easy.
And Thompson thrives in those catch-and-shoot situations.
Here's Jerome. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. and it's sent back by Lopez.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And again, New York with the triple.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The Hawks trail by 11. Here's Jerome. Over Thompson. Jerome. No good. Holiday against DiVincenzo. Pass to Thompson. Gobert with it. Now DiVincenzo. He's got 6. Pulls it up.
Well, clearly it hasn't been his best game offensively, but collectively, they've still found a way to get the lead.
Pass to Jerome. Mobley against Lopez. Shot clock at 5. Here's Levine, and it's sent back by Lopez. Now here's Caruso. Tight defense on him. Here's DiVincenzo. New York, no good that time either.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
And Holiday has it in the corner. Mobley is screened. On the wing, Holiday. He's covered by Thompson. Here's Mobley. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Levine's got 3 assists in the game. New York leading by 8. Now here's DiVincenzo. He's got 6. Pass to Lopez. Now Thompson. Hits the target from 18 feet. Thompson's got 10 points here in the second half.
And watching that defensive effort right there, you wonder how much they want this game.
Yeah, I got to agree. Their defensive commitment's got to be a lot better.
Levine's shot is off.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
DiVincenzo kicks to Caruso. Pass to Thompson from past the arc. That one is good again. He's 6 straight from the floor with the basket.
What a difference a half can make. As much as he struggled in the first 2 quarters, he certainly made up for it with his play in the second.
Now here is Holiday. He's got 19. Levine deciding where to go with it. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. All right, Stan, hypothetical situation. Down 1, shot clock is off. You could pick anyone in the NBA. Who do you want taking that shot?
Well, I'm going to go back in time a little bit, Kevin. The guy who really made my career for me as a head coach. I'm taking Dwayne Wade. He was the best that I ever saw. Not only did he have the ability to make clutch shots, he managed the game clock as well as anybody I've ever seen.
The situation was never too big for him, was it?
Never was, and he's so smart in addition to being as talented as he was.
Now, here is Robinson. He has 6. Leonard finds DiVincenzo. Robinson sets a screen for Caruso. And the Knicks good for 2.
Well, in that 2-man set, Caruso just going himself. Very smart.
Levine against DiVincenzo. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Hawks making a switch here. Green's checked in.
Coming onto the floor for the Hawks, number 10, A.J. Green.
Here's Jerome. There's the pick. 5 on the clock. On the wing, Hield takes the 3. Buries the long-range jumper.
What a gifted shooter. Hield is especially dangerous from the corner.
Pass to Leonard. Here's Thompson. Great look there, but off target.
I'm sure he'd like to have that back. That's a missed opportunity.
The Hawks trail by 10. Green inside, working on Thompson. Green, the pass to Jerome. Hield with a screen on Caruso. They kick out to Hield. Oh, good with the triple. New York leading by 10. We've got 1:18 left to play here in the third. There's the three. Caruso, no good.
Well, he hit a couple of threes in the first half, but none since then.
Here's Sarr off the left rim and out. New York's got more than a 50% success rate on their three-pointers since halftime. They're 4 of 7.
A moment here now to see the numbers for Mitchell Robinson. Unbelievable play for him over the last month. And he's an elite glass eater, a factor inside among the top 10 in rebounds per game.
He has been a human highlight reel all season long. Clearly the best shot blocker in the game right now, and he has the numbers to back it up. First one falls for him.
Well, Thompson is known for that shooting ability, but deserves more recognition for his defense. He's got the size, the lateral quickness, and most importantly, the desire defensively.
Bull. He's checked in for New York. Corey Joseph comes in for Alex Caruso. And so Thompson nails both of them.
A legendary shooter, Thompson is also a versatile defender who plays with great energy on both sides of the ball.
Here's Jerome. Pass to Mobley. 44 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Green with a screen on Joseph. Here's Jerome. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Leonard with the ball. Out to Thompson. Jacks up a three. Trains the three-pointer. Thompson's got 20.
Yeah, after a slow start to the game, he's been productive and efficient here in the second half.
72.
Mobley looking it over. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. One is on Bull. This is his second trip to the line in this one.
At the line, 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. And so it's the New York Knicks with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great passer.
Happy Martin Luther King Day, everyone, and welcome back as we get going again here at 2K Sports. So with Durant sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Tom Thibodeau right now. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Corey Joseph is out there with Klay Thompson. Then it's Bull, and it's Robinson in at the 5. Levine with it, picked up by Thompson. Levine's shot is off. The Knicks leading by 14. Lobbed up there for Robinson. The slam dunk by Robinson.
And we know Thompson can be damaged as a scorer, but they're showing off his ability to pass
it. Here's Jerome. He's covered by Joseph. Jerome passes to Hield. Sarr sets the screen for Hield. Hits the three-point bomb.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
Pass to Bull. Now here's Joseph. He's guarded closely. Thompson for the triple. It's good from long range. Thompson's got 23.
How's that for an answer? Thompson getting his revenge in style there.
Bean passes to Sarr. Now here's Hield. Here's Jerome. He's covered by Joseph. Here's Jerome. That one good for 2.
Well, the efficiency is there, but not the volume. He needs to start doing this every trip down the floor to close the gap.
Leonard inside, covered by Hield. And the layup falls. And the Knicks lead by 16.
Such a strong wing. Kawhi can more than handle his own down low.
Jerome passes to Williams. Hield kicks to Williams. To the paint. Here's Levine in Atlanta again with the bucket.
Well, we've seen Levine put up 25-plus per game for a season. This guy is on the short list of the best wing scorers.
Robinson passes to Thompson. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist. 26 points for Klay Thompson.
He's had it going offensively, helping them build this lead.
Hield sets the pick for Levine. Over Thompson. Levine can't hit.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Thompson finds Joseph. Back to Thompson. The 3. Rebound by the Hawks. Here's Jerome. They kick out to Hield. Jerome passes to Hield for 3. Thompson with the rebound. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. They'll be off to Brooklyn for a meeting with the Nets after this one. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Joseph, the pass to Leonard. From down in the low post, it goes. Leonard's got 4 points now in the quarter.
This is how dominant Leonard can be. And once he finds his comfort zone, he keeps his foot on the gas.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. Jrue Holiday is checked in for Buddy Hield. Williams for 3. It's rebounded by New York. Robinson's got 11 rebounds in the game. Let's get an update on Durant. What's the status, David?
Hi, guys. The head athletic trainer for New York gave us some information. And, guys, unfortunately, he has a collapsed lung. Obviously, that's very bad news. Right in the heart of the schedule, this is a major blow. The coaches are going to find out a lot about their team. Guys?
David, thanks for checking in. On top of it is all.
It's interesting. Even with the advancements in strength and conditioning, injuries continue to impact the game.
Well, this is a high-impact sport, and the league continues to get bigger and faster.
And Joseph kicks to Robinson. Bull the pass to Thompson. Back to Bull. New York moving it around. A 3 from Leonard. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Joseph against Holiday. Here's Sarr. Robinson with the block.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
Pass to Leonard. There's the triple. And Sarr pulls it down. Sarr's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Holiday left side. Now Levine. He's covered by Leonard. LaVine against Leonard. LaVine, good.
That's such a tough finish. LaVine with outstanding focus to score through contact.
Lobbed up there for Robinson. Up high to stuff the alley-oop. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 11 rebounds.
He pulls off the Houdini to take that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. Pass to Song. Back to Holiday. Outside Williams. A shot. Robinson pulls it in.
Yeah, well, that's a shot the defense is probably going to let him keep taking.
And landing zone fouls have been a part of the rule book for some time now, Coach. It's changed how shooters shoot.
No question, Kevin, and it's a good thing, I think. The NBA needs to protect the shooters. They're doing that. None of us wants injuries that could be prevented. We don't want to see the great shooters just come down and land on somebody's foot and miss 6 to 8 weeks.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Lopez, he's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Gobert comes in for Bol. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Thompson. And it's Alex Caruso in for Corey Joseph. Down low, here's LaVine, and LaVine throws it down.
And that's just strength right there. LaVine's time in the weight room paying off.
The Knicks making a switch here. Thompson's checked in. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for New York.
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. It's really great when you see it in action.
And another area they've separated themselves has been their three-point shooting, making the defense pay for any airspace. Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Well, if you're looking to get points in a hurry as the game clock's running down, that's certainly the way to do it.
Goes up and lays it nice and easy. LaVine's got 13 points in the second half.
Well, what a quarter he's had. You can tell he's in the flow. They should be looking for him in every possession.
DiVincenzo, the bounce pass. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. You know, Coach, what more can you ask? The reigning 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert.
Well, Kevin, since you asked, his impact in the playoffs hasn't always been the same as during the regular season. That's got to be the next step.
Stan, you always emphasize defense. What do you make of the offensive surge in the NBA today?
Well, Kevin, look, skill level is the best it's ever been. Shooting range is incredible, which makes defenses have to defend more and more of the court. Rules and officiating favor the offense. It's never been harder to defend in the NBA.
It sure looks that way, you're right. And the replay demonstrating once again how aggressive that defense was.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
New York on D. And here's Thompson. Pass to Lopez. Taken away by Williams. Fast break here. Here come the Hawks. LaVine with it. Picked up by Thompson. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
Well, there's no question he's carrying the load in this quarter, but he's going to need some help.
Zach LaVine.
Well, he might have been a little passive in the first half, but that's changed. I like this more aggressive approach.
New York leading by 20. DiVincenzo passes to Thompson. On the wing, DiVincenzo, guarded by Holiday. And it goes down 2 points.
He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
Outside Williams. Up top, Kispert, defended by Caruso. Thompson against LaVine. Caruso with the steal. By himself. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Yeah, what a steal and what an effort from Caruso in transition.
And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for Atlanta. Mobley outside. Hey, Coach Van Gundy, what advice would you give to the teams that are rebuilding around their young players?
Well, generally, Kevin, what I would say is get some veteran leadership, some veteran presence on your team also, so that you have guys that can show the young guys what professionalism is and help them in their adjustment to the NBA.
Yeah, getting the right kind of veteran, right, with the right kind of message.
That's a great point. Just having an older guy is not the answer.
Levine's shot is off.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
DiVincenzo finds Gobert. Thompson for the triple. Bangs home the trifecta. Thompson's got 32 points.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
The shot's good from Kispert.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Yeah, he didn't let the defense affect him there. He just kept his focus.
Lopez with the ball. Williams picks him up. Caruso with the ball. Shot clock at 6. Lopez outside. Kept alive. Here's DiVincenzo. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Second personal foul. Third team foul.
No good on that one. And the league clearly focused on making regular season games matter. Right, you think more steps are coming?
Well, let's give the league credit because they've left no stone unturned. The play-in, the in-season tournament, the 65 games rule, all implemented with that in mind.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Robinson's checked in for Lopez. Cole comes in for Gobert. And it's Gallinari in for Alex Caruso.
And with size and a terrific skill set, Mobley gives defenders nightmares.
Robert Covington's checked in for the Knicks. That one misses.
Every point matters in a game like this. We should remember that in this free throw when it's all said and done.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Knicks.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And with this win, they'll end up notching another victory for this year's campaign, win number 33.
And they're able to even the score of this series at a game apiece. Still 2 more to go in the season series.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Klay Thompson.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in. And this team loves what Danilo Gallinari brings to the table. He's a big guy at 6'10", a great shooter who spaces the floor, so he gives you size and that three-point shot.
Williams, a screen on Covington. Levine wide open, connects from three-point range. Levine's got 33 points.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Thompson outside. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. The 3. Rebound, Atlanta. Now Holiday. So no problem for New York as they get the win. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game...
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. So, for Greg Anthony, Stan Van Gundy, and our reporter, David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.